You're tuning into The Deep Dive. Today we're cutting right to the chase, getting into the essential AI news you really need to know.
Yeah, think of it like your daily AI download.
Exactly. We're pulling out the key developments from, the last few days of articles, research papers.
Trying to give you that clear picture fast.
Right. So the mission today dissects the crucial AI news that just hit.
Spotting those shifts, the trends that are going to matter, like right now, without getting totally swamped in all the noise.
Okay, let's dive right in then. A huge area, seeing a lot of action, is tools for making AI agents. It's getting easier.
Definitely. Agent GPT is a good example.
Right, Agent GPT. It's this browser-based UI for deploying those AutoGPT-style agents.
Yeah, good for experiments, demos. You can grab the link on GitHub if you're curious.
And AutoGPT, just for context, is that kind of AI agent that can sort of set its own goals and work towards them, right?
Exactly. So Agent GPT just makes playing with that kind of tech more accessible.
Which is exciting, actually. It really lowers the bar.
It does. More people can experiment, maybe people without super deep coding skills.
Could lead to some unexpected uses, I guess.
Could definitely spark some innovation in different fields, yeah.
And it's not just single agents working alone. This idea of multi-agent collaboration is picking up steam.
Crew AI is one platform people talk about there.
Showing how different AIs can team up on, like, bigger tasks.
Imagine a team of AIs managing a supply chain.
Yeah, like one handles logistics, another pricing.
A third does demand forecasting, that sort of complex problem.
That collaboration piece could really unlock a new level of problem solving.
For sure. It moves beyond just one AI helper to, like, these orchestrated systems tackling really complex stuff.
Things maybe one AI couldn't handle alone.
Right. Things currently out of scope.
Okay, and speaking of building these systems, Docker's getting involved. Big name for developers.
Yeah, they've got new AI tools out, the Docker MCP catalog and the Docker MCP toolkit.
MCP, Model Context Protocol.
That's the one. These tools are meant to bring Docker's usual security and developer workflows to these agentic apps built on MCP.
So MCP is like a standard language for AI models and tools to talk to each other.
Basically, yeah. A universal translator helps them connect and work together. Super important for building those complex AI systems we were just talking about.
That standardization sounds like a big step. Docker getting involved suggests things are getting more serious, more mature.
It really does. Applying container ideas, like Docker does, points towards making these AI agent deployments more solid, scalable, easier to manage.
And that MCP standard is key.
Absolutely fundamental. Standardization drives interoperability, helps companies actually adopt this stuff faster.
We're also seeing serious money flowing into this agent space.
Oh, yeah.
Benchmark, the VC firm, they were part of a big funding round. $75 million.
Wow, $75 million. For who?
A Chinese company called Manus AI. They also do AI agents.
Okay, so significant investment there. Shows the global interest.
Totally. That level of cash from a big name like Benchmark signals how much potential people see in agents.
And the fact it's in China really highlights that global competition in AI, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's clearly seen as a major growth area everywhere.
Definitely.
And it seems like businesses are starting to want their own custom AI agents now. Tailored stuff.
Makes sense instead of off the shelf.
Yeah. Discussions on, like, the AI agents subreddit, they're talking about startup ideas.
Oh, like what?
Like, Cornucopia AI was one name floated, aimed at small and medium businesses needing custom agents.
Interesting niche.
And platforms to just connect businesses with people who can build these agents.
So moving beyond the generic AI tools.
Right. Companies see the advantage in having an AI specifically designed for their workflow, their problems.
That shows a deeper understanding of AI's practical uses, I think. Moving past the hype to real specific advantages.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. Let's talk about large language models, LLMs, development and evaluation news there.
Right, lots happening.
If you're thinking about becoming an LLM engineer, there's this conference, ODSE East 2025. Looks pretty key.
ODSE always has good stuff. What are they covering?
A whole bunch of sessions focused right on LLMs.
Yeah.
Titles like Building and Deploying LLM Applications, Jupyter to Production in Streamlit and Beyond.
So very practical, getting models out there, using tools like Streamlit, Docker.
Exactly. It highlights that shift, doesn't it? From just building models to actually deploying them, making them work in the real world.
Yeah, that's the crucial next step. Integration workflows.
Totally. And they've also got sessions on, reliability, responsible AI in companies, monitoring, governance, important stuff.
Essential stuff, especially for enterprise use.
And evaluation is a big theme, too. There's one called Hill Climbing. Best practices for evaluating LLM applications.
Okay, so looking beyond the standard benchmarks.
Seems like it. And another one, beyond benchmarks, evaluating AI agents, multimodal systems, and generative AI in the real world.
Right, because real-world use is different. What kind of metrics are they looking at?
Things like how well the AI uses tools, how accurate its retrieval is. Yeah. And importantly, detecting hallucinations.
Yeah, the hallucination problem.
Right.
Making stuff up.
Yeah. So it's not just about accuracy, but does the AI know when it doesn't know?
That's a huge challenge. As these things get into critical systems, we need evaluation that really reflects reliability, tool use, that tendency to confabulate.
We need more than just a simple score.
Precisely. Robust methods are paramount.
Here's a really interesting one from ODSC East, a session titled The 2025 Shift to Smaller Models, Why Specialized AI Will Win.
Oh, okay. Pushing back against the bigger is always better trend.
That's what it sounds like, suggesting a move towards smaller, efficient models, fine-tuned for specific tasks.
So maybe not one giant LLM for everything, but lots of specialized AI tools.
Could be. Each one really good and efficient at its one job.
That's a key debate right now. Large models are powerful generally, but smaller ones can be faster, cheaper, maybe even better on their narrow task.
Could really change how AI solutions get built, a more diverse kind of AI ecosystem.
It definitely could. Significant implications.
What else at ODSC? They're talking about evaluating LMM and RA systems in production.
RA being retrieval augmented generation.
Right, where you feed the model external info to keep it factual.
Yeah, grounding it in data. Crucial.
Also, sessions on benchmarking LLM judges, that's AI evaluating other AI.
Grading the graders. That's meta.
And building open source embedding models, they mentioned Nomic Embed.
Embedding models help AI understand meaning, right? Turning words into numbers that capture semantics.
Exactly. And get this, a session called From 10 Terabytes to Zero Parameter, the LLM 2.0 Revolution.
Zero parameter. How?
Exploring building RAG-LM systems without needing GPUs, apparently.
Okay, that sounds ambitious. Need to see how they propose doing that.
And finally, modular RAG architectures. Building these systems like microservices, smaller, connected parts.
Wow, that's a packed agenda. It really shows how fast things are moving. Deployment, evaluation, new architectures, open source.
RAG and embedding seem central. Grounding models, understanding meaning.
Definitely key themes.
Okay, moving to specific applications. Google's Notebook LM. Their AI note-taking tool. It's expanding that AI podcast feature, the audio overviews.
Oh, where it summarizes your notes as audio.
Right. Now it works in 76 new languages.
76. That's impressive. Huge for multilingual users.
Definitely improves accessibility if you're working with documents in different languages. Get a quick audio summary.
Makes sense. Good feature expansion.
We're also seeing AI creep into digital adoption platforms.
DAPs.
Those tools that help you learn new software.
Yeah. Putting AI agents into DAPs to make that learning smoother, more personalized, maybe.
Seems like a natural fit. DAPs are about guiding users. AI can make that guidance smarter.
More proactive, tailored assistance.
Yeah, answering questions in real time, maybe anticipating where you'll get stuck, could make learning new software way less painful.
Okay, finance sector. AI and fraud detection. Always a big area.
Constantly evolving.
The Elastic Financial Services Summit recently highlighted this, using Elastic's Search AI platform.
What's new there? One interesting thing is this automatic migration feature. It uses AI.
To do what?
To actually translate existing fraud detection rules from older systems like Splunk over to Elastic.
Wow, okay. Using NLP and generative AI to understand the old rules and rewrite them.
Apparently so. Saves a ton of manual effort, lets them use the newer AI platform faster.
That's a smart application of AI, tackling that migration headache to fight fraud more effectively.
Okay, quick mention. Research from Meta showing machine learning models, specifically something called VGP.
VGP.
Yeah, it can learn intuitive physics just by watching videos, like understanding how objects should move or interact without explicit physics programming.
Huh. Learning physics from observation. Interesting.
And another perspective piece floating around suggests AI might eventually make coding feel effortless. We'll see about that one.
Yeah, effortless might be optimistic, but certainly changing the workflow.
Also, a new library called Locat AI. It's supposed to be a smarter way to automate web interactions, using AI to find elements on a page more reliably than traditional methods.
Like better web scraping or testing automation could be useful.
All right, inevitably we have to touch on the ethical and societal side. Some concerning stuff here.
Unfortunately, yeah. What's surfaced?
There's been a real outcry about apps creating deep fake nude images of children.
Horrifying.
The Children's Commissioner for England is calling for an outright ban.
Absolutely necessary. That technology shouldn't exist for those purposes.
And on a related, though different, note, AI cheating in education.
Still a huge issue.
Startups are now creating tools specifically designed to catch students using AI cheating apps, like one called Cluely.
An arms race, basically.
Kind of. And the University of Waterloo actually canceled results from a coding competition because they feared widespread AI cheating.
Wow, canceling results. Shows how seriously they're taking it.
Then there was that unauthorized AI persuasion experiment on Reddit.
Oh, I heard about this. In the Change Me Use subreddit.
Yeah, researchers used AI to try and change users' views without their knowledge or consent. Major ethical red flags.
Huge ethical breach. Using people as unknowing test subjects.
Reddit was furious, threatening to sue the researchers.
Understandably so. That crosses a line.
Also, Instagram is apparently blocking minors from accessing its AI chatbot platform, AI Studio. A safety measure.
Sensible move. Protecting younger users.
And just a thought piece mentioned, maybe we should start thinking of AI as just a normal technology, integrating it without constant hype or fear. Easier said than done sometimes.
It's a tricky balance, isn't it? Normalizing it while still being aware of the risks and potential.
Okay, let's quickly hit some technical research highlights. Lots of papers coming out on RP and SU as always.
Just a quick taste of the research front.
Yeah, not deep dives, just titles to show the breadth. Work on density estimation, transfer learning, lots in computer vision, like something called spike imaging velocimetry,
Okay, niche stuff.
improving efficiency in multimodal models, understanding vision transformers better, making long context LLMs work without killing performance.
That long context challenge is big.
Yeah, papers on things like shadow KV for caching. Also, methods for uncertainty quantification in LLMs, making them know what they don't know.
Back to that reliability point. Crucial.
Research on the impact of LLM-generated fake news. Developing new specialized AI models, like one for predicting lightning flashes, another for embodied AI tasks called ORR.
Wide range.
Combining different AI techniques like graph neural networks and LLMs for drug discovery. It's a huge variety of research.
Shows the sheer amount of exploration happening.
And a weird little footnote, researchers found this odd phrase, vegetative electron microscopy, showing up in lots of scientific papers.
Vegetative electron microscopy, what's that?
Apparently nothing. It seems to be a glitch, possibly from flawed AI training data that got replicated across papers.
Huh. An AI-induced artifact in scientific literature. That's slightly alarming. Shows the risks of blindly trusting outputs.
Exactly. Need that human oversight. Quick hardware notes. Reports suggest NVIDIA's next-gen RTX 5000 supercards might get a big VRAM boost. Good for local AI.
More memory always helps with bigger models locally.
And some political news. Reports that former Trump administration officials are considering, if reelected, removing a Biden-era rule restricting certain AI chip exports.
Okay, that could have major geopolitical and industry implications. Something to watch.
NVIDIA is also apparently focusing more on enabling local AI projects that can run on professional workstations, not just massive data centers.
Democratizing AI development somewhat.
Finally, the environmental impact question. An article argued that personal use of ChatGPT isn't really environmentally irresponsible.
Okay, focusing on individual use versus, say, training massive models.
Yeah, suggesting the carbon footprint of casual chatting is relatively small compared to other activities or the model training itself. Provide some perspective.
Interesting counterpoint to the general concern about AI energy use. Nuance is needed there.
So that's our whirlwind tour of recent AI news. Agents, LLMs, applications, ethics, research hardware.
A lot ground covered. It really does move fast.
This deep dive is really meant as that shortcut, having you grasp the important stuff quickly.
Cutting through the clutter.
So, as you process all this, maybe think about this. With everything moving so fast, one thing we talked about today feels like it will hit closest to home for you.
Yeah, what's the biggest potential impact on your work, your life in the near future?
It's worth taking a moment really reflecting on these shifts, because they're happening now.
Absolutely. Being aware helps you adapt.
We definitely encourage you to stay curious, keep following these threads. The AI world isn't slowing down. Thanks for tuning in to the deep dive.